I've been thinking about doing this for a while, just starting a YouTube and just talking about things that I feel are necessary in my own journey of self-improvement. And before I start this journey, like, I have no plan written down. I have nothing on the table, no notes, no nothing. I just want to speak my mind, and maybe I'm going to find something that works along the way. So I'm 28. I'm going to turn 29 in a few months, and which means next year I'm going to be 30. I definitely don't feel like I'm going to be 30. There's a part of me that still feels like there's an immaturity to my state of being. There's an immaturity to who I am. There's something about myself I don't quite like. And I was watching a video by a guy called Kyle Canahan, and he's the leader of a group called, well, not really say the leader, he's the founder of a group called Superhuman Fathers. And Kyle was talking about why people don't make progress in life. And he said the reason why we don't make progress is because we want to do the hardest thing now to make up for all the inconsistency we've been lacking all through our lives. An example again, which is really brilliant, is that you've been a slob, you haven't been working out, you haven't been eating right, so you decide, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go for a marathon to kind of make up for the fact that I've been a piece of shit for this many months or this many years. So maybe you actually complete the marathon, but what happens right after that? You go back into being that piece of shit you were before. And when he said that, it clicked in my head. I tend to fall into these patterns whereby I try so hard to do the hardest thing possible. Whether it's waking up at 4:30, right? Whether it's fasting for 24 hours, whether it's, but just pick anything random. Every once in a while, I do that thing that seems insane, right? And that makes me feel so good about myself, about who I am, about the things I can accomplish. But right after I have accomplished those things, I go right back into the guy I was before, the guy I didn't want to be. But I'm gonna be 30. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm expecting my second kid. I'm not proud of. I don't feel good about the person that I am because I have lacked consistency in so many things. When I look at my bank account, which is really important as a man, as a guy who's a leader of a household, I don't feel secure, and I know if my wife wouldn't feel secure. And if I can't feel secure in myself, and I can't make the people around me feel secure, then am I really a man? I feel like that's what manhood is, like to be able to protect others. But first of all, can you count on yourself? And I have failed that in so many ways. And for me to make this video is one of those things whereby I want to be able to depend on myself. I want to be disciplined enough to say, you know what, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how to make a YouTube video. I don't know. I'm recording on my fucking iPhone right now. But you know what, like I figure, start small. Let me fuck it up until I figure it out. Let me fuck it up until I figure it out. That's the plan. I've been so nervous about doing this, and I don't know why. I've been scared of the other guy on the other side of the camera looking at me like, who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are you? I'm trying to make my life work, and I realize fear is a mind killer. Fear is a real killer. Fear is killing my future. I want to change my life, but I'm always making excuses as to why it isn't possible to start working on my life today, right now, right at this moment. I don't need hundreds of books that I have here, books on self-improvement. I know what needs to be done. And I believe you do too. We all know what needs to be done. No one needs to sit us down and say, okay, this is the way. I was an alcoholic. I abused alcohol for several years. And I knew if I wanted to stop being an alcoholic, if I wanted to stop abusing alcohol, all I had to do was not pick up a drink. I knew, but I didn't do it. I kept on drinking until one day, I got the help that was necessary. And the help was sitting with people who made me realize, that what they made me realize? Not what steps to follow so I can stop drinking. They made me realize that it was possible to not drink. Like, duh. And as I make this video, it's the same thing. This could be the first step. This will could be that person who's holding my hand and telling me, you know what, it's possible for you to live a different life. It's very possible to live a different life. I don't have to depend on anyone for anything. Well, I mean, I'm being a bit hyperbolic there, but you know what I mean. Like, it's very possible for me to be able to depend on myself for the things that make a man, right? To be disciplined, to be consistent in ways that I value, in ways that are reasonable for me. I've been waiting so long to make this video, waiting so much for the perfect time. There hasn't been a perfect time, and even when there was, I chose to do other things, not make this video. And how long has this taken? What, 5 minutes and 45 seconds? It's taken me nothing. Yeah, I've done it in no time flat, and I was never nervous about this. So this is step one in my journey towards being an accomplished 30-year-old. I have 1 year to go. Thank you.